Hello, my name is Diane Tran. Uh, this is, for those who don't know, I just came back from Dallas Comic Con just today, this weekend. It was 2 days of chaos, and I wanted to record this as a personal letter to Mr. Ben Stevens, who is the head of sci-fi-expo.com, which is SCIFIEXPO.com. And he runs, obviously, Sci-Fi Expo, as well as Dallas Comic Con, as well as Fan Days here in Dallas, Texas. So, as you can see, it's been, with 2 days of hell, I'm very, very exhausted. Came back, went to eat sushi, all you can eat sushi, and then watched the Avengers today. Yesterday was lots of hell. And the reason why I'm recording this is to address certain issues about the Ben Stevens conventions, and this is completely raw, excuse me, because I'm so tired, I have no script. Anyway, I have been going to the Ben Stevens shows for, I think, about every year, which is about 3 shows a year. Used to be 4, now it's 3. About 15 years now. So I do not miss it as much as possible. It's a great price, which is usually about $15 to $20 admission a day. 25, it depends on celebrities and everything. And now, because of that, I been to Ben Stevens before he moved to the Irving Convention Center, and before then it used to be the Plano Center, and it used to be the Richardson Convention Center as well. So it used to be a very small little venue. Now it has become so large. Let us talk about, I guess, my experiences at Dallas Comic Con. A lot of complaints that I've been talking to fans, as well as cosplayers, as well as other things. And if anyone doesn't realize, I'm dressed as Loki from Thor, due to the Avengers film that came out 3 weeks ago. And this is actually a very simple costume compared to some of the costumes that other cosplayers have at these conventions. But my point of the matter is this. Yesterday, Saturday, was the biggest convention I have ever been to. Now, it's the same place, Richardson, the convention center, but because of the guests, the A-list guests, which was Sir Patrick Stewart, John Delancey, Summer Glau, Adam West, Burt Ward, Kevin Conroy, George Perez, Neil Adams. Because of these very large names who were there for pretty much almost one day. Most of them, well, half of that list was at least one day. And I knew that because it was Patrick Stewart, I bought my tickets early, so it was about $15 online. We got them in the mail. And once we got there, my friend and I got there about an hour and a half early. And although there was no traffic, the parking lot was completely filled. I'm talking about 5 football fields of cars, plus an entire elevated parking lot. And of course, parking costs $5. And here's the problem. We are in Texas, okay? It either gets, and it's May, so therefore it's about 110 degrees outside with humidity. And when you're in a costume, please help. Here's a couple of things for please add this in for the next convention. I've saw people, because there were so many people at the convention. It was about 500 to 800,000 just on Saturday because of the A-list guests. You overbooked the tickets. I'm talking about there was no possible way you could have gotten 300,000 autographs from Patrick Stewart. No possible way. You were 2-day convention. He's there 1 day. No possible way you can do that. Ticket line when we got there and I'm general admission, so it took me. Okay, this is my experience. Even though I bought my tickets online, I still had to wait in line, and that line went all the way around for just buying tickets all the way around this giant convention center, which is about 3 football fields large, 4-story building. It went around the center about 3 to 4 or 5 times. That is insanity. And also you didn't have any ropes or anything like that. So people who had no idea which line they were supposed to go into, they started merging against the DeLorean out there, and we started separating from our groups. And I didn't know that general admission people had to wait in line in 110 degree heat, in humidity, going up 3 to 4 flights of stairs outside in the heat, and me with scarred lungs, which I cannot do that at all. Overheating in costume, and as well as everybody else. Please have your volunteers are very understaffed. Please give them walkie-talkies so they know what's going on. Secondly, you have no water for them. It's hell for them. They will never come back because of their treatment. And this is, $25 tickets. Come on, they don't have to volunteer. So I know conventions like ACON, which is $55, Texas Frightmare, which happened about 2 weeks ago, which I attended, which was $45 a day. All-con is $40. No matter if you went all 3 days or just 1 day, it's $40 straight, which is a huge complaint for me. So if you have work and you can only attend 1 day, it's still $40. $40 for the entire weekend, but you can only attend 1 day. Luckily you don't do that, but we actually had an extra ticket. We could not return the ticket for payment because that line was all the way around there, and people, by the time I left, which is about 3 o'clock, to hopefully cool down, that line was still being pushed, and I don't know what happened, but your ticket booth is usually outside in a glass case, just like a movie theater, and for some reason you moved it inside. I don't know why you did that. I can see that it's 110 degree heat, but if you do that, you also have 500,000 people in one room. So please don't do that ever again. It was just so disorganized, and not only that, you have these guests who are you're paying very short, very inexpensive tickets, but it is $75 for Patrick Stewart, and it's $85 for just his photo. And same thing with Stan Lee. Stan Lee was there also, and he was the exact same thing. He was about $75 for an autograph, and I believe he was about $70 for a picture. And this is not, click a picture when you're there. No, this is, he has to stop autographing and go to a different room, and then you take professional photos, but not with your camera. So even though you want it with your camera, you can't get that. That's another big thing. Going back to the crowd, I'll address that later, but going back to the crowds, when you have these cosplayers in very intricate costumes, very hot costumes in 110 degree weather, you do not put on the AC at all. It always breaks down, or you never turn it on. Please put it on full blast. And another thing, there's only one water fountain in that entire place. One. Then you have 1,000 people in costume, maybe, and people leave overheating, sweating. There was a poor Batman. There was one Batman. He had a rubber suit. I'm talking about rubber latex suit, completely with arm muscles and everything, with a leather, with kind of a leather cape, with a mask fully on, and there's styrofoam inside to make sure that it's stable and everything. This guy could not get water whatsoever. This guy dripped from his costume. There was another guy in a Gorilla Grodd costume, a gorilla suit, and he's in fur, and he's 8 feet tall, and he can't get water. And there's one water fountain which only does lukewarm water. There's no like little places inside even the dealer's room where you can get water, other than sticking your head in the toilet or sticking your head under the sink inside the bathroom. That's it. So you used to, I think last year, had a water boy who scooted a little water thing around, and I said, hey, water, soda, ice cold soda. Didn't see that guy today. Didn't see this guy yesterday, and I haven't seen him since. So a couple things. One, please put cold water areas like at the four corners of the dealer's room, plus another two, maybe two inside the little lobby area, including upstairs 4 stories, at least in the rooms that you are occupying. In the hallway areas, something like that. It's a table with just a water fountain with a whole bunch of cups. That's all we need. We needed ice cold, please. And Frightmare does this, which is wonderful. I love you guys for doing that. And because people were fainting in costume with no AC. And another thing, your escalators didn't work on Saturday. It completely shut down, and those steps are huge. They're at least up to, they're huge, people. You had kids there too. That's a safety hazard. Apparently it was probably overloaded. That's what I heard, that they shut it down for power's sake, and then I heard that it was overcrowded and it just broke down because too many people were in the escalators. But when you oversell your tickets, that's how you get them. That's what happens, and please fix that. Please fix your AC. Please put water outside. Put water inside. Please organize your areas more. These poor, I mean, on Saturday it was so bad that Patrick Stewart's line was 8 hours. Kevin Conroy's line was 4 hours. Neil Adams was about 2 hours, 2.5 to 3 hours, depending on how big his line is. And he was in just a regular table. So he was in a regular table, and I consider him A-list if you're a comic book fan. But his also didn't have any type of railings, no any type of thing where you can organize the crowds. That's another thing about the Comic-Con. It was so crowded in the dealer's room everywhere. I'm talking about the lobby too, where it was just sardines. And I'm a very short person, and I'm a 5'2". I actually shrunk an inch after an accident, car accident, so about 5'1" now. So 5'1.5". I'm short. I have to take care of that half. But it was so crowded that I kept on getting knocked over. I kept getting bumped. I kept getting accidentally slugged one time because one guy was running around. I was cohorted. I think I heard that there was a Jessica Rabbit there, and she left really early because the poor lady got goosed. That's very bad. We had a Wonder Woman do that a couple years back, accidentally, and she had a cop boyfriend. That was going to be a very bad thing. And I've also dressed up like as Catwoman and Silk Spectre 1, and had that nearly happen to me. And I suppose that because I'm not a very attractive person, that doesn't really happen. Plus, I have like braces, and nobody finds that attractive. So, um, so you have that, and security really wasn't there doing anything. In fact, it was so crowded that the fire marshal almost canceled the event because there was way too many people and it was a safety hazard. With 500 to 800,000 that day, which is about a football stadium full, like packed, football stadium packed. I completely understand that there were people who were standing in line for the ticket booth for 5 hours, and they were there since 8, waiting in line. So, before it even opened for general admission. So, I don't even know if my friend, who plays Harley Quinn, even got a ticket. So, even got a ticket, and she comes all the time. And it was just so crowded that it was standing room only. You could not sit down. There's a lot of, if anybody been to a convention, it's a lot of BO and sweat because no AC, costumes. Well, actually, people who dress in costumes actually smell great. So it's everyone else. Because we take precautions to help prevent sweating, and it doesn't always work because with the AC off and 110 degrees, yeah, it bakes in there. So for people who have a condition such as me, trying to go up an escalator staircase to go get autographs is insane. I don't even think the elevators work, so it's not handicap friendly at all. And there are people with handicaps there. My friend, lots of my friends are. They need that stuff in order to get an autograph. Now, here's the thing about ticket sales. Yeah, general admission is 15 to 25, depending on who's there, what's there, everything like that. Let's talk about line waiting. Priority is about 120 to get for the full 2 days, I think. It's something like that. And VIP is like almost like $400. I totally get that. But you pay a lot for VIP and priority. But here's the thing. If you can afford that, you have an extra hour at the convention before general admission can come in. So it's 11 o'clock you can come in, general comes in at 12. That's how it is in pretty much every convention. If they get a priority pass or a VIP pass, great for them, they can afford it. But you have to understand that is $400 and $140 countered with $75, $85, hotel, gas, all that. That adds up so much. People have come from Chicago. People are coming from New York to Dallas Comic-Con in order to get into like kind of a small. It was people wonder that San Diego's crowds are so bad, but they're at least organized. They're organized into a way where they can actually move the crowd so quickly as possible. Yeah, you have to wait in line like 2 or 3 Q&As before you can even get to the Q&A that you want to go to, but they do not let people stand around. They give them water. They basically entertain the troops and everything. And it's fine. That's fine. Maybe Tilly could give you a story about my experience at Fright Fest, which no longer exists because the head of it is a con man. He stole a lot of tickets who have been paid through PayPal, and after 6 months, the person who gets the money can't keep the money while the pair gets nothing, because after a while that thing sits in limbo, and he instantly gets it, and he stole hundreds of thousands of dollars from fans. But my experience with one of the last Fright Fest, it was actually Robert England, and there were people with priority passes, and I was in general admission. Here's the thing. I waited in line since 12. It opened at 11 for general, 10 for priority passes, and the line I stood in was about 6 hours. Now, it would have been shorter, however, they kicked us out. General admission, because priority passes have the thing. So here's the thing: you wait in line for 6 hours, for about like 3 hours, and then you get to the front line. You're very excited. You can meet your celebrity and everything. Go back to the line. Why? Priority pass goes first, so we're making a line for priority passes. What? Okay, and then you go back in line. Then you go back to the front of the line. Go back. All you people in general admission, go back. What? What are you talking about? We just got back. You got to do it again. Priority passes have say it. I'm like, no, you can't do that. Nope, got to go back. Go back again. This is what took place 5 times. If you have a priority pass, great for you. You can afford that. But here's the thing. Please treat general admission with some respect. Just because we paid cheaper tickets doesn't mean that you can treat us like trash. A lot of people from the general admission line ended up leaving that line because of the treatment of the volunteers, as well as the head of the convention, the president of the convention organizer, and they started giving tickets away to priority passes. Oh, we'll call your number out and you come, and they'll call their number out, and you're still going back to the general admission line, as all these people through spurts would come and just go ahead keeping you in line. This is how you solve that. If you can afford a priority pass or VIP pass, you have an hour saved already. Then you can say, oh, we're gonna leave the priority and VIP. We'll give them till 1 o'clock, 1:30, or 2 o'clock, and then open up the entire thing to general admission. But if they are late, tough nookies, it is their responsibility to pay. If they paid that much, it's their responsibility to actually get there in time. And if you're not there in time, you wait with everyone else. Problem solved. So, you have VIP, you have priority. Get there in time. You wait, you get into the line, first come. It's kindergarten mechanics, people. You get into the front of the line, everybody has their say. Everyone is equal, but you go first come, first serve. So, that's the thing. That would be wonderful if you can do, instead of kicking general admission back because we simply got semi-cheaper seats. That would be nice. And VIP, if they are willing to pay $400, $600 for a freaking weekend ticket, they can go past. They can just go, okay, we're gonna let VIP for, and usually people who have VIP, they're like barely 100 people who get that. So, because really people can't afford it. And that comes in a packet, and they actually get like, if you pay 400 or 500 or 600, that's pretty much how it is. You pretty much get the tickets with the package. So they're VIP, man. They're very important people. So they can get there first. But priority passes, you get there at a certain time. VIP first, priority passes second, and then general admission. And anybody who's late goes to the back of the line. You go to the back of the line, and we serve who's ever first. Problem solved. So, water. Water person, please. Bathrooms that are clean. They're not clean. But when you're serving 500 and 800,000 people, I can kind of get them getting dirty. But please get more volunteers. People who are willing to do their dirty work. People who at the convention center actually treat you like trash. There's so many people. They're frustrated. I get it. But when you're understaffed, hire more. And if that happens, these people who are volunteers, they're taking up their time. They're not getting paid for this at all. They're just getting there, one, for admission, two, for stuff, for perks, which is usually an autograph of their choice, because they served their purpose, and it's usually the actor, and will take time out of their busy schedule to do that. Another thing, if you're doing, here's the thing with the tickets, you have $75 for Patrick Stewart, $85 for a photograph. He has to get out of his autograph table to go to another section, another floor, in order to do pictures. So what's wrong with having a snap a picture with the person when you get the autograph? So does it take a lot of time? No, it's one photograph, two photographs maybe, and that would be nice. It doesn't take a lot. He doesn't have to stop everything and do that. And people prefer, most people that I know prefer their own camera. And if they can't afford their own camera, the conventions say, hey, we can accommodate you with our own camera, and then we will take the picture for you, write your name here, write your name there, here's your email, there you go. You pay whatever amount, we'll do a photo with you, with the actor. Problem solved. Now, I don't ever like professional photos done because it takes too much time, and you overbook the tickets. So if you have 500,000, 800,000 people there, and half of them got tickets, there's no way that in 2 days, well, 1 day for Patrick Stewart, that he can autograph 250,000 photographs, plus do photo ops, plus do, there's a situation when you first guys got to Irving Convention Center. Leonard Nimoy was there for 2 days, and I'm pretty sure that he was very expensive to get a hold of, because he's a very busy man, very busy man. I'm told that it's like $500,000 to even get into a convention. That's a lot of money, and he nearly walked out because the entire tickets were overbooked. So if you're going to do that, say it's limited to 100,000 tickets for autograph, some plausible number for that day. So there's a good chance that maybe 10,000 a day. So you have 20,000 for 2 days, something like that. And plus, you don't have to tell them to snap a picture and all that. You go through the thing as quickly as possible so everybody else has time. When they do photo ops, if you're waiting in line, you have to stop. They stop everything to go out there, and they're there for an hour for pictures, 2 hours for pictures, and then he comes back and you're waiting there 2 hours in line for an autograph. That's insane. No, please don't do that. I know that you guys are after the stuff, but if you're going to do something with Patrick Stewart, say this: $75 for his autograph, $25 for a snapping picture. It's nice. It's $100 even, with your own camera. And if you do with our camera, we'll give you, say, it's like $40. Well, I don't know, like $30, $35 for our own little camera, and it's it's not, it's an okay photo, at least in order to do printing services and email services and all that crap, and all that, and whatever price that you feel needs to be done. But that will make the line go very much easier. Actors will not get frustrated with you and walk out like Leonard Nimoy did. In fact, you had to convince him to come back because you guys were working him so hard that he was going to miss his plane. And you overbooked the tickets. That's your fault. You know, like, this is a celebrity. He has his own scheduling. He has a life. You know, he can't break down everything for you. You gotta make something organized and do that. And if you say the 10,000 autographs have been done, open the kiosk. Hey, we're gonna sell another 5,000 autographs. And you can jack up the price, whatever, you know, for like, you know, 10, 20 bucks. And then say, first come, first serve. Here you go. That would be nice. Even just, and plus if you have so many people, do it for 3 days. I hate the weekday conventions, but you've, you have that many people and you cannot serve everyone. Give them more time. Put another day out there. Hire them for another day. Do something about it. You're the organizer. Figure it out. You know, you've done 20 years of this. So there's got to be a way to organize this better. Get an organizer. You know, people who are hired to do a wedding planner. Jeez. So people who actually do this. Get water. Get those little tape things that put the line together. I know you guys have it because I've seen them. So I've seen them around the place. They're everywhere. It's just that you didn't use them this convention. Put the tickets outside. Accommodate the people outside in 110-degree heat. Please. And do not crowd them inside where, you know, do that. Also, you know, if you want to do the ticket booths and everything, ticket booths, well, one of the things for say Alcon or Frightmare, what they do is that they put the photographs on the big celebrities on the back of them. He goes, oh, I also want to buy a ticket for, well, it was actually Alice Cooper at the time. Alice Cooper, and he goes, well, these are photographs available. These are how much they cost. Would you like one? And he'll personalize it, blah, blah, blah. Okay. First, that's it. That's it. Most people, what they do is that they go to the table and they pick out a picture that they want at the table where the autograph, where they see the celebrity. That's fine. And that's worked so well in so many conventions. It's great. Also, try to keep the photographs in supply. Poor Carrie Owens from Texas Frightmare last year, he ran out of Wesley's from Princess Bride, and I had to buy one downstairs in the dealer's room, last one there, and I got it, and then I had to pay, you know, for his autograph as well as the picture. So it's you know, but please keep them in supply. I'll help them on that, and you guys will do great, and you'll have fewer complaints. Up obscurity, up your volunteer work, fix the AC, fix the escalators, make the convention people be nicer, because if they're not, we don't want to be there. That's one of the worst things about Acon. The hotel people who allow their space to be rented are the meanest people in the world. Particularly to people in costume who take time and money to do this out of their busy schedules when they have work and kids and, you know, all that. Please allow them the great respect. Actually, allow everyone the best respect. Now, I get when celebrities are very cranky because they had a bad flight. Everybody has their off days. We're fine with that. We're adults. Okay, we're adults. We can figure that they had a bad day. But you know, they're not gonna have to smile for everybody. We don't expect that. Please excuse my AC unit because I'm overheating due to the humidity and the weather outside. And one of the things that I really enjoyed that you guys did was this year at February at Sci-Fi Expo. I believe it was Sci-Fi Expo this year. In February, it was 29 degrees outside. And these people bought their tickets as quickly as possible, and you shoved us out inside, and we had to go up We had to go twist around the thing so we can be warm. And we thank you for that. Obviously, you cannot accommodate that many people at that Saturday, but it would have helped. You should have moved that crowds on. The vendors were very happy, but they were completely. I had a mental. So many people. I had like breakdowns because it was just so many people and it was so hot and it was so frustrating for people and the poor darlings. They had a very bad day Saturday. It was just awful Saturday. Sunday was 3 times less, I suppose, but every year it always accumulates at least twice as many, depending on who's the celebrity and how much the tickets are and how much autographs are. That would work. Kevin Conroy allowed 2 free autographs with any item they wanted. If they bought a picture, they would obviously pay for that. That's fine. His line and George Perez's line were next to each other, and yet you had no divide. Nothing there to figure out which line was whose. And not only that, it took up a hallway, like in the dealer's room. Please organize that with ribbons somehow, because they were in the way. They were in costume. They had very expensive stuff with them, like animation cells and posters and limited edition things, and they require certain safety. I understand that you had a whole bunch of pickets, people going like, oh, this is the end of the line. Also have people around every couple of feet saying like, answering questions. Please tell them. And most of them didn't know what they were doing at all because they didn't have any walkie-talkies. They didn't know. Nobody told them anything. He goes, I think that's the line. How do you know that's the line? If you say, I think you don't know, and he goes, nobody tells me anything. Tell them something. They're there to be used and to volunteer, and they're there to work willingly to work for no money. So please do them right. They're very nice people, the volunteers, because they're fans too. The convention people are not fans, and they look at us with very weirdness. Excuse my boot. Also, the convention actually has cement floors. The original, the Plano Center and the Richardson Center did not. They had carpet. So you're talking about women in heels, people in boots, on concrete for hours, standing in concrete for hours. I understand that the convention probably doesn't have any need for carpeting, but aren't there like mats that you can use? Something. You can even hire people who will do foot massages. That would actually call up very, very, very over. The convention, the concession stand. It was absolutely insane because you have a concession stand in the lobby, which has ribbons, and then you have a concession stand in the dealer's room, which does not. So it completely stops up traffic. And if that happens, close it down, put a concession stand in the lobby. There are actually places in the lobby that a lot of people don't go to, and they could have someone sell water, just water. The water person, they will do it. They will do it, and you will get a ton of money. $1, a cold water. Well, it was $1 for lukewarm, $2 for cold. Say that. That's a lot of money right there. Another thing that you guys can do, you have no seating at all. So when people are out there to eat, they eat on the floor. So if you have concession stands, where can they eat? nowhere. In fact, you used to have all these tables with chairs, and most of them were taken out on Saturday because the crowd was so vast. And that's your fault because you overbooked. So allow chairs to be there. There are kids, there are pregnant women there. Give them a chair, please. These were, in costume. There was a pregnant lady in costume, very sweet lady, there, and she had nowhere to sit at all. She's like 7 months pregnant. Give her a chair, please. There are people with disabilities that have that. People with canes. There are people with limps. There are people with trolleys. There are people with kids. Allow them not to eat on the floor, please. You'd say, oh, there's a little concession stand upstairs. Nobody goes there. Trust me. Very few people go there, and it's one of the few places that have chairs. And yeah, you expect us to go outside in 110-degree weather to eat outside? No, we're not going to do that. We're going to try to stay inside as much as possible where the AC is, which did not work. So, there are a number, trying to think of other complaints that people have had. I know that the dealers have a lot of complaints. I'm friends with many of the dealers, see them all the time at conventions, and so I gathered associations. So I worked for like a dealer twice actually, and so I know I met a whole bunch of people who are always there. Don, Gary, things like that. So they would love more time to set up. I know that. I know that a good deal of them collapse all their tables early, simply because one, they have places to go, people to see, other conventions to go to, and I know that tables aren't that expensive compared to like San Diego Comic-Con, but the crowd was pretty much San Diego Comic-Con with less organization, which was very surprising to me as a person who's been there done Comic-Con for the last 15 years at Dallas. So that would be much appreciated if you could, I guess, help them out, help them. I'm told that they have to carry so far, and these are very heavy things, tables, extra tables, extra shelving, everything like that. They hire people. Some of them just do it by themselves, and I give props. They're very hardworking people. These are books, stacks of books, hundreds of pounds, thousands of pounds of books. They have trailers. Another thing, trailers. I get that parking is atrocious there. You're on when the elevated parking lot is gone. You park in the grass, but you kind of don't give them the option to park in the elevated room. And if you're going to do the elevated room, have a volunteer there and direct them to each and every parking spot that has to be filled. So therefore, there's no possible way to say like there is no room there, because there was room there, and that helps people, especially people with disabilities, people with handicaps, and they have to walk. Please help them. And they actually take the elevator. Here's a funny story about Texas Frightmare this year, which happened 2 weeks ago. They were at a hotel at the airport, DFW airport. Now that elevated area had very limited parking, because you had to accommodate parking from the people at the airport, people who went on flights, people who are at the hotel, and people who are going to the convention. and that was only a 7 elevated parking lot. People with trailers took up 2 parking spots. They did not have to. Trucks took up 2 parking spots. They did not have to. Please have someone directing people each and every place to make sure that every parking space is over before you even do the football fields of parking on that. And again, you still have people in costume, people with disabilities, and they're going to have to walk on rocky, horrible terrain for several feet. And please allow that. Now, there are also people, if you're going to do that, there's, I remember one convention, I think it was actually Irving as well. It was the first convention that came out. You guys also had elevating parking at other places, and so they could park there and take a shuttle, a little bus, and get there. The shuttle quit because there was way too many people. They hit their quota and stopped, and so you had people walking about half a mile to get there. In 110 degree, well, 20 at that time, heat. No. No. Have a shuttle there for people who, please wait here, allow the shuttle, things like that. That would be very nice. You don't have to do it, but it's appreciated. Okay, so water. Fix the escalators, fix the AC. More staff, more security. In fact, the fire brigade, the fire marshals were still there on Sunday, so help the dealers kind of organize better. I don't even know if they have trolleys. I've never worked at the Irving Convention Center with any of the dealers since they moved there. So in the Richardson Center, there was like a really big moving area, and you can just get like just a moving van and back it up and just take their stuff out, and the dealer's room's right, like just a few steps away. They have to pull everything up, and it's a lot of hard work. Costume contest. You guys organize it at 5 o'clock in the open, in the lobby. So you have a crowd which cannot move because you have costume contest at 5 with no AC. The escalators don't work. Stick it in a room, please. Televise it. Put it in the Q&A room, something like that. I think the Q&A room can accommodate so many people. Or at least have a stage that's in the lobby, and allow people to actually, have an area so they can walk from the exhibit hall to whatever parking, and just allow that kind of thing. I wasn't able to make the costume contest, sadly, because I had a meltdown before then, because of the crowds, and it just did not work, and I had no idea how that costume contest worked out for the past, for that day at all. So fix that. You used to have a stage area, you used to have separate contests. I think it's been a long time since you've done that, but it used to be a kids costume contest at one time, and then you had another contest. They waited. I think that was Alcon actually, but you had separate dates for separate times periods for kids, and then you had like the Star Wars contest, and then you had I don't know. That's probably Alcon, but they organize it very well. The costume contest, and what they do is basically they organize costume contests within 2 days. So some people actually do not wear the same costume for both days. So it's appreciated if you can have two. Yeah, you know, especially if it's Comic-Con, you have a general costume contest and you have, like, you know, superheroes or supervillains, and you just organize them on different times, and that will accommodate everyone. You know, female contest, male contest, children contest, or heroes and villains, or, you know, whatever you want. But you know, Star Wars one and general sci-fi, something. So something like that. And it's so late because it's an hour until it closes. So everybody, like, the exhibit hall is about to close, and everyone's standing there. It's so difficult to move, so difficult to breathe, actually, because everyone's taking my oxygen. And we just really want to come back, because there's another one in October, fan days. I'm going to that, yes. But we appreciate more organization, just more staff, more water. You have no water. You actually only have 4 bathrooms. So, or at least in the first floor, you only do. You have one in the dealer's room, which is always crowded, and you have one in the other in the lobby, and I guess that's enough because you have some upstairs, but they're kind of almost off limits. And the escalators didn't work, so what was the point? So, God, what else is there? I guess that's it. Just tickets are outrageous for autographs, and if you're gonna pay that much for an autograph, I better have a picture. Just saying. You know, $75 for Patrick Stewart. Please give me a discount for a photo. Well, with my own camera. So, do something like that. Because I prefer my own camera, because I actually don't like the professional photos. I always make weird faces in them. Neil Adams had one where he was take a photo of him, just him, free. And to take a photo with him is $25. I kind of get that because he was doing the first 2 autographs free, and then he did any additional one for $5, with the due exception of his stuff. So his original artwork or anything like that you could buy off his table. So you can buy that and get an autograph. You usually get that autograph with the photo. So that is appreciated. There should be some discounts for people who actually have items, who are not buying items from the celebrities, but actually has items. So instead of $75 for Patrick Stewart, how about $60 for bringing their own object to sign? And instead, no, it's no matter what, you get a picture. So some people don't like that. Frightmare does a very good example. People who want to get an autograph, it's $20 for their item, $25 for a photo, because that costs money for photo paper and printing and all that. We could totally get that. You know, and extra money is just like $5. Like Michael Biehn from Aliens and Terminator from Texas Frightmare 2 weeks ago. He did $35 for his autograph, which is actually not bad for that type of celebrity, and it was $5 more for his photograph with your own camera. So that's great, actually. Yeah, you know, it's $40. Great, dead even. I don't have to do that. But to have Patrick Stewart at $75 and then $85 for a professional photo, that's $1,400, man. So that's just wow. No, please don't do that. If they bring their own item, knock down the price just a bit. We really appreciate that because we're on a budget. We all are. We have to get back home somehow. You're gonna get the money one way or another. And There was actually a funny story with Stan Lee. The man's like 89 now, but I think about like 2 years ago, he was signing autographs, and he actually had too many people there. He went to go to the bathroom and went missing for 45 minutes. 45 minutes, and the reason why is because he got distracted by shiny things. Because, well, he saw the dealer's room and he's like, "Ooh, what's this? What's that? What's this?" And they had to kind of wrangle him back to think, please give him time to eat. Please give him time to have a bathroom break. Please allow them some comfort. I know like one celebrity who ate and just brought their lunch into the autograph room and just would eat as they autographed. And it's like, I'm sorry for me to eat while I was autographed, but I really wanted to do this. Those are great celebrities, and trust me, we don't mind. We take great appreciation for them to take their time to come here and talk to us. So it means a great deal for us to do that, for them to do that. Very rare when they do that. And there was one time you had Walter Keating from Star Trek, and it was during the Plano Center, and he unfortunately could not eat lunch because he's could not eat pork, and you gave him pork chops. There was no alternate. There was no alternate food for him to eat, so I actually gave him like a chicken wrap from McDonald's like the next day. So and I just gave him one, and he goes, "I'm so sorry about what happened yesterday, and here's a chicken wrap, so please come back." And he did. And a couple years later, actually on the year his son went missing and was found dead. So kudos to him for taking the strength to do that. And I remember his son acting in Batman Dead End, the fan film, and he was great in that. He was good, and he was going through personal issues, and he came, and we appreciate that. We really do. We do not take that for granted at all. This year was supposed to have Val Kilmer was supposed to come, and he canceled. Now, I've heard a lot of things about Val Kilmer. He's an asshole and all that. Then you had to find someone really quick, which is Summer Glau. And I really hope that in October nobody cancels, because that's Bruce Campbell. And Steven Yeun from Walking Dead plays Glenn. Ed Asner is coming. I really hope they stay. I really hope that you organize this better. And there's going to be people in costume. My cousin's going as Carl Fredricksen, which is a costume that has about 3 layers. And his penguin costume today was 6 layers. And you had no AC, so he was about to faint. And he had no water, so he was going to faint again. So, and I had water with me, but it was lukewarm water. And the concession, you get hot dogs, like barely a 12-inch hot dog is more like 9 inches or 10 inches, something like that, and it costs $5-6. You're dreadfully overpriced, man. If that's a problem, invite people who cook. If that's a problem, invite people who will offer their services in order to sell their product, and they will buy. And I know the concession stand people are highly overworked. They keep bouncing from concession to concession because you guys are crowding up the dealer's room with your concession stand there. Figure out something else, put another concession stand somewhere. Get some plugs, get some everything. Hire some people, hire hot dog people, hire people who make corn dogs. In fact, hire my friend Paul, who does crepes. He brings his own stuff. He brings his own things. He'll make Japanese crepes, and he sells them. Hey, so that would be very nice to have. Not only like just a wide variety of food, plus there's people with allergies, and I know people bring their own food too, and I do that because I cannot afford autographs as well as tickets, as well as photos, as well as all that, and plus food. Some people can, but I cannot. I work on a very strict budget. I had $180, and I use that mostly on food outside. So, and parking, and just stuff. So, thank you for listening. I'm sorry this is very long, but there was a lot of problems. Please fix them. We appreciate it. I'm coming to the next one. I mean, I may have complained a lot, but I did have fun. That's the point of Comic-Con, to have fun, to meet people, meet new friends, and we love it. But we want to come back if you just treat us with respect and dignity, and provide certain basic needs for us. It will be nice if you could offer something. You even could have. There was Pepsi Next people there. They're giving out free cans. You used to have a Monster people there, and used to give out like little energy drinks and everything. That's very nice. You have them, so why can't you have other things? Say like if they just to require them, give them probably a discount for at least their first time if they have a success. Let them stay. Let them pay full price in order to get their stands, and they will serve food, and they will do that. You need trash people too. Trash people do not pick up the trash at all. You don't really have people there cleaning up after other people who are too stupid to stick things inside a trash can. The crowd stops. Try to get people in every aisle to keep on moving, and they stop to take pictures. Make them quick, because we do try to make it quick as possible, because we do not want to hold up the crowds. We do not want to hold up inconvenience too many people. We don't. We're not trying to be selfish, really. We do this because we love it, and we do this to respect our favorite characters, to do something. And there are people in suits, full body suits. Accommodate them, please. Accommodate your dealers, please. Hire security, hire more volunteers, give them walkie-talkies. I'll organize it better. Coffee, like park here, park there, park here, park there. $5 here, something there. It's allow someone to do that, and we don't ask for much. We really, really don't. This stuff is not a lot, and you'll get the money. You'll get more money. Trust me. Giving us things like $75 for Ashley Stewart and $25 for a photo with our own camera. You'll get more stuff that way than $85 for a photo. You'll at least try to get more, and we will pay it, because we do love these people, and we do love the shows, and we do love the comics, and we do love everything about just being a fan, and just allowing us to feel some acceptance in a place where other fans are at. We love that. That's the reason why we come. We're here to have fun. We're here to project our love for the product, and to meet our favorite celebrities, to get autographs, to talk to them, to make friends, to sell things, buy things for a collection, buy stupid shit, really. And I admit I buy stupid shit, but I enjoy that stupid shit. Let me give you an example. I have right here, Lois Lane, number 81. This is a Super Dickery episode where Superman tries to kill Lois Lane in space, and it's like Superman's perfect crime. I love this stuff. I mean, I read this stuff and I collect this stuff, and soon I'm gonna stick this on the wall as the strangest covers that you could possibly think of. Things like Lois Lane as Centaur. Haha, weird stuff. So things like Superman is Hitler. You know, we buy stupid things, but we love this stuff, and we're willing to pay for this stuff, and we're willing to find bargains, and we will pay for the autographs. We will give you money, plenty of money. It's just we just ask for very little accommodations. We just want to be just treated right and treated with respect, and you know, if you have to. If it works better, because nothing ever works chaotic. Organized chaos is very, very difficult to control, and we will do our best to keep calm and courteous as long as you do, and you treat us with the same respect, and we will treat you with respect. So, signing out. All right. Thanks, Ben, for all the great fun. I really appreciate it. Organize, hire someone, figure out more stuff. We'll be there. I'll be there. So I'll see you in the funny papers. Okay, bye.